Coming into the season, the Rookie of the Year race was looked at as a race between the main guys, the household names like Cooper Flagg, who was the best player in the country, and his counterparts, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, and VJ Edgecombe, guys with flash, guys with the highlights being all over the place, looked at as also top players in the country as well. But everyone overlooked a certain someone, another guy who was one of the better high school players in the country at the time. And that's Kon Knueppel. Knueppel committed to Duke, and he had a really good freshman season playing alongside Flagg, in which they went all the way to the Final Four and lost to Houston. And I'd say Knueppel was kind of overshadowed by Cooper Flagg, just purely off the fact that Cooper Flagg had one of the better freshman seasons we'd seen in a while, and he was looked at as the number one pick, obviously, deservingly so. So some were shocked when the Charlotte Hornets took Kon Knueppel with the 4th overall pick. I think some expected it. Some kind of thought the Hornets were going to go the higher upside pick, quote unquote, at the time, like Ace Bailey, that sort of thing. But instead, they went with Knueppel. And I liked the pick at the time. I thought it made sense for the roster and what they needed. They needed somebody that's just going to be purely basketball, professional. You know what's going to happen. You know what to look for, or you know what you're going to get, most likely, out of Knueppel. But even now, I wouldn't have expected what he's been doing so far in his rookie season for the Hornets, because he has come out of the gate being one of the top rookies, if not the top rookie in this class so far. And I know it's early, but he is currently averaging 19 points per game, 6 boards, 3 assists, and being extremely efficient, creeping towards 50, 40, 90 territory in year 1. I mean, he's doing things that are just incredible for a rookie. And when you watch Knueppel play the game of basketball, it sounds basic, and sometimes it may look basic, but he just knows how to play the game the right way. He's such an effective player, you could throw him in any system, mainly because of the fact that his off-ball movement mixed with the high-level shooting is just something that plays into any team. Knueppel was constantly finding the right places to be on the floor, he spaces the floor beautifully, and it makes perfect sense why the Hornets took him, considering they already have one of the top point guards in the game when healthy and an elite passing point guard in LaMelo Ball, who is going to find him whenever the opportunity strikes. But don't get it twisted. Kon Knueppel has some more stuff to his game than some might think. He can soak up some usage. He can do some things. There has been games already where LaMelo's been out, and he's kind of took over the reins a little bit, him and Miles Bridges. He's shown that he can put the ball on the deck, attack closeouts, get some short mid-range jumpers, attack the rim and finish. He's also had some games where he's been pretty active on the glass. He's had some double-digit board games, some pretty high assist games where it's been around 7, 9 assists. He has shown that there's more to his game that meets the eye. And overall, I think the Hornets hit with this draft pick. I mean, I think he is going to play like this for the rest of his rookie year. I know it's early, some might say, and maybe the numbers go down a little bit. Who knows? But I think this is going to play. I think this is going to continue to be a thing for the rest of the year, and I think the Hornets especially did a really good job with their 2025 draft. I like the draft class that they have, with Knueppel, Sion James, and Ryan Kalkbrenner being in the same class. I think it was a really good night for them, picking those 3 guys. Hopefully for the Hornets, the injury bug does not bite this draft class, because it's been pretty hit or miss with the draft for the Hornets in recent years. They've taken some really good players. They've taken some guys that didn't pan out. But their 2 best players, when healthy, you could argue, are LaMelo and Brandon Miller. They have been struck with the injury bug beyond belief. And you just hope that luck doesn't happen with Knueppel, because he's already become one of their best players overnight. It's happened fast, but he is part of that group already. I feel like the Hornets are close. I know we've been saying this for a couple years now, but they have some young talent to build around. They have a foundation, but they just need to find these right kind of veteran pieces. And we've also been saying that for a while too. But example, Detroit. Detroit last season filled the roster with these nice veteran players that can produce, and they're going to be a steady presence in the locker room. Beasley, Hardaway, Tobias Harris. It just made sense. They fit the roster. They gave Cade Cunningham that shooting that he needed on the team. It gave him quality vets that can produce, being a steady presence, all those things. And they went from bottom of the barrel to a playoff team. And now look at them. They don't even have those guys except for Tobias Harris. And they are one of the top teams in the league. It just shows how far it can take a team, the levels it can take a team to do something like that. If the Hornets can make the moves, find the right pieces for guys that can produce on this team, helping out LaMelo Ball, helping out Kon Knueppel and Brandon Miller, this team is going to be one of those next up, teams on the rise in this Eastern Conference with that core trio of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Kon Knueppel leading the way. Overall, I thought it was a great pick by the Hornets. I mean, it couldn't have been better than what we are getting right now out of this, the production overall from Knueppel. I think he's going to be a really good player. I think he's going to be around for a very long time, and the Hornets have something going here. They just need to keep on adding, because if they can rise up on this Eastern Conference real soon.